And happy Saturday evening, all you fine folks out there in Facebook and YouTube land. We want to welcome you tonight to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, coming to you live right here on Facebook and YouTube. We need you to do something real quick for us, if you don't mind, please. Go like and share. Hit the like button, hit the share button on your screen. Let everybody share it on your screen, on your Facebook page. Let everybody know you're watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. That'll get our message out to an even greater audience. But man, we are so excited to be with you all tonight. So glad you're joining us here tonight, inviting us into your homes on this beautiful Saturday evening. It's been a beautiful day today. Brisk, cool night. The Georgia Bulldogs won today, and man, the Atlanta Braves are the national champions, and it is a great day to be an American. Amen. We're glad you're joining us. Charlie
Amen.
Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We're coming to you live tonight. Hit the like button, hit the share button. We're coming to you live tonight from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia, our studios in Thompsontown, Georgia, our studio at 100% Flamingo Road, Georgia, and our remote studio. Charlie is live tonight at our remote studio at the International Chitlin Slinging Festival in Hogshite, Alabama, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
We're so glad to have him being on remote. We're coming to you live in all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands. And if you happen to want to go back and watch the rerun of this show, you can catch it Thursday at 8 o'clock, immediately following the Pentecostals of Eastern Kentucky presents the Holy Ghost Hoedown Hour, brought to you live by the Pentecostals of Eastern Kentucky. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, very first time we are live and on the big screen. We are on a 170-inch diagonal screen tonight, coming to you live in a foreign country. Ahmed's Hookah Pipes, Goat Rentals by the hour or the day, Fresh Camel Dung, Marriage Counseling, and Glamour Photography in Al Kabar, Saudi Arabia.
Woo! Man, I think I know him.
I want to show you. Let me give you a real quick graphic of that Glamour Photography in Al Kabar, Saudi Arabia, right there.
That's her. I recognize her too. Yeah. I recognize
is
her.
she
Yeah.
is
She's
she the one that
yeah.
she the one that started the fire?
Ahmed.
Well, we are. We want to give a big shout out to.
Ahmed's got 4 wives, and all 4 of them look just like her.
Give a big shout out there to Ahmed. Hookah Pipes, Goat Rentals by the hour or the day, Fresh Camel Dung, Marriage Counseling, and Glamour Photography.
Do they?
Hey, where did you say Charlie was coming from again tonight?
Charlie is at the International Chitlin Slinging Festival in Hogshite, Alabama.
Spell that.
It's kind of like
We go to our first advertiser right here.
What kind of equipment was that you were talking about a few minutes ago, Marvin?
What equipment?
That you were having a problem and you called it some kind of something. What was it?
It was a pair of Shure headphones. I mean, a good pair of Shure headphones. I walked in, put them on my head. They broke and fell apart.
Mm. But you gave a certain name. What was it? Not sure.
It was, let's see, Shure. SRH 40. 440, yeah. Do I need to move to an advertiser?
No,
You might in a minute.
That's your tail. Just stick with it.
Hey, I wanted to tell y'all something right now before I turn it over to you, Charlie. Right now, had one, put him on right here. TC Berry Hill, our exclusive sponsor of Floyd's Short List and Books, is watching live tonight from Cozumel, Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
From Mexico.
go ahead.
There you go.
TC says the auction.
What they say on the back?
Yeah. I'm in. What does that say? I'm in for 2022. Yeah.
See that smiley face
Love
down
it,
there?
TC.
You know how he's gonna pay, don't you? Whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa. You,
that's a smiley
whoa.
face right there.
Yeah. You know how he's gonna pay his bill next
Yeah, I
year,
know
don't
exactly
How?
how he's gonna pay.
you?
You
He's
actually
down there.
did pay him.
Yeah, he's going to Mexico. He's going to try to come back to the border and get $450,000, and that way he can take care of
I hope
all of
he
his
can.
expenses.
If anybody can do it, he can.
I
That's
tell
right.
you what, I'm for him if he can do it. Oh boy, what
Uh,
what happened to Queasel? Did we make him
Roger
mad?
Bell, Mexico.
I don't know where he went.
He
He
took it
left.
off. Hey, he coming back. He's
There he
up there.
comes. Well, he come back, come out, and come in, and come back out, and I don't know where he went.
He'll come back. He'll shop.
Yeah,
He'll
he'll be
pop back
back.
up. He
You,
ain't
you
going
boys,
away.
well, folks, for tuning in tonight. Last week I was going to apologize for getting off on my little rant I did about the Right Reverend Kenneth Glasgow, but I ain't going to apologize. You see, Reverend Kenneth was some problems this week, and we now know why he was on the side of the police and wanting to help them out with all this violence going on. I think he got tipped off of what was going to happen, and poor Reverend Glasgow, according to his mama, Mama Tina, dear, was falsely accused. She just know it can't be true. It's a lie. But Kenneth has been arrested by the feds on a federal indictment of possession of with intent to distribute. Now, I have heard that the defense is going to use this argument that Reverend Glasgow thought he was delivering baby powder to a parishioner who didn't have the money to buy the powder for the baby's butt. But they said it's cocaine. Poor old Kenny, it's going to be a rough ride from here on out. But that's what you get when you go doing good to the community like he was doing. But Brother Kenny's out on bond, so he may be listening tonight, and we just want him to know that we weren't exactly wrong about what we were ranting about last week. Uh, Let me ask y'all something, and I'm gonna get the serious part. How many of y'all know a veteran that has served, whether it be World War, we're losing, there's just down to a handful of them left, the Korean conflict, Vietnam, any of the wars of the last 20 years, last 100 years, that have received $450,000 from the federal government for their what they did and limbs they had lost and hurt that they have gone through fighting in foreign third world countries. How many do you know, Floyd?
I don't know of any. Maybe some of these liberals out here, these Democrat voters, liberal voters, maybe they know some of them, and maybe they can enlighten us on
Yeah,
how they've been how that all that big money that the veterans have been receiving here from our United States government that they fought and died and got shot up for. But some
yeah.
all any leftist liberals out there that's Democrats that knows any of those veterans, give us a call. Be glad to put you
It,
on there
it,
and let you tell us who they are and introduce themselves.
yeah, it just, I look at entertainers like Trace Adkins, Gary Sinise, and all these different folks that are doing a great job of raising money for veterans that have lost limbs, trying to make life more comfortable for them, paying off some mortgages and things like that. But there again, I just don't know why we should give someone who was turned away by former President Trump $450,000 for their troubles. And they ain't fought for us, done nothing for us. They're wanting a handout, basically,
Yeah, but
because
that's the reason they're here. That's
that
the
Joe
reason they're
Biden
here.
told them, come one, come all. We're here with open arms and a big pocketbook to lay it on you. Queasel, you got any thoughts on that?
Oh, Well, you know, long time ago, Granny told me, you talking about Joe Biden. Granny told me if you can't say something good, just don't say nothing. I can't think of one good thing
Okay.
I can say about him.
I
Not
can't either.
nothing. But I will say this. I hope everybody that voted for him is happy.
Oh, I hope it's
I hope they're
overjoyed,
happy.
overjoyed. What
I
about them
hope they're
Atlanta
happy because,
Braves?
man, they went on and done it, didn't they?
They went on
Yep.
and done it.
Nobody gave them a chance. Nobody. They were supposed to. The Brewers were supposed to beat them. The Dodgers were supposed to beat them, and the Astros were going to take care of 4 straight games. That didn't happen. Let me tell you something. You ain't got to be good all the time. You just got to be good at the right time.
When
And
it
that's what they
counts.
was. Atlanta was good at the right time. They was playing ball. They was hitting the ball. They was playing defense. They had a team that believed in each other. And you know what? I'm going to go on and out and say this here. I think they had a fan base that believed in them, that followed them and kept them pumped up and fired up. And one thing they've done, I got to say, I believe for a little while, I don't know how long it's going to last, but for a little while, they have brought the city of Atlanta together. They had all them people, millions of people out there watching that parade. And I think the police said they had 0 incidents, 2 or 3 little minor things, nothing major with that many people. Listen, that's winning another World Series right there. That
It
just goes
is.
to show sometimes it takes something to bring them together. Man, I was so happy. I was so proud of them. I sat up and watched every bit of it, and it was worth staying up, and it was worth the wait. I don't care how long it's been. It was worth the wait.
Floyd, what's on your mind tonight?
Oh, nothing, man. I'm just sitting here contemplating, thinking. I really thinking about the old Braves. There, you talking about them? You brought them up. Yeah, I like them. I've watched them. They some ball player. You know, baseball playing is technique and finesse and talent and skill, and it's paying attention to everything that's going on that field. Everything that's happening on that field. If you're a ball player and you're playing on that field, I played ball a little bit when I was in high school. I wasn't no good. I wasn't big enough and couldn't hit and couldn't run or couldn't throw, do nothing like that. But one of the first things Coach Joe Lyer tell you to do is watch everything that's happening on that field. And those Braves did that. They focused. And I'm just going to kind of lay something out here, some of my thoughts on it. Y'all know that Ronald Acuna, he got hurt. Ron Acuna got hurt. Great ball player, very talented ball player, God-given talent that you can't practice for that. But when he got hurt and wasn't, if you will, show dogging so much, those other players could focus on the game, on what was going on in the game, with the game, instead of being distracted by him with his antics and his jewelry and all that kind of stuff. And that's okay if you like that kind of stuff. That's okay. But I'm an old time baseball player. I'm old school baseball. Baseball to me is it's like a chess game, back and forth, back and forth. You make moves and you go and you make a move and then 10 seconds later you say, man, why did I do that? But that's the way baseball is to me. But I enjoyed seeing the Braves play baseball because they're focused on the game. They're focused on the rhythm of the game and on the mechanics of the game, and they did a great job. They did a great job. I'm proud for them. I just hope we can keep.
I I was I also was impressed. I listened. A couple of them got up there and after when they was doing I don't know if y'all watched the thing where they come back into the stadium, but Dansby Swanson started it off when he mentioned, he said, I might get in trouble, but he said, whatever it takes, y'all re-sign Freddie. They want Freddie Freeman back because Freddie Freeman is everything Floyd just described. He is not. He is not flamboyant. He is not showboaty. He is a natural born leader who loves to play the game the way it ought to be played. And you can fool around and hang one up in there if you want to, because he'll knock it out of the park. But he is a prime example of what a baseball player is to me. He plays a good, clean game. He's got a good, clean mouth. I wasn't impressed with that old curly old fellow with all the curls they had to come in
Curly.
there. I didn't
Oh,
like
Curly.
his language.
Uh-huh.
I,
Well, he's from
I, I, I
California.
didn't.
Curly's from
I didn't
California.
like his language. But I want to say this. Now that the Braves have won the World Series and are the world champions, maybe Dish Network will put them back on during the season where we can watch them all season long.
Never happen.
Maybe.
Never
You don't think
happen.
so?
Ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna
I
let
have
us
had
watch it.
more people tell me that that's what they hope happened out of everything else. And but it was just good. I got a good friend up in Marietta. Used to be the Marietta Fire Chief, Jackie Gibb. Watched Dansby Swanson grow up. Matter of fact, helped coach him when he played little league ball, and to see him come up in there and do what he did, and I see that it's somebody got posted. I can't see all of it, but I say that he wasn't ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Well, I ain't ashamed of it neither, and I am
Amen.
glad he had the courage to bring it up and gave credit where credit was due, to give those talents that he has. And he is a very talented ball player. But the thing that stood out to me was in what he was saying, he put somebody else first. He put somebody else. But he said, whatever we do, we got to sign Freddie. We got to get him back. That was good to me. And if you don't think Brian Snitker's story ain't a fairy book story, what was it, 45 years he's been with them through that organization? Yep. And to win, man, don't you know that's got to be, that's what everybody said. They was betting money. They said he's going to cry. He's going to cry. Well, he's earned the right to cry. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. It takes a bigger man to cry than it does don't. I learned that lesson the hard way, so I don't worry about it. But man, it was just fantastic to me. I loved it. I really liked watching that parade. I don't know if y'all watched it, but I watched it on my little old iPad thing here, and it was flat good to see all those people in Atlanta come together. And they was people that come from South Georgia, North Georgia. There was one man and his son flew from Japan to see the parade. They couldn't get where, but he flew from Japan so that his son could see that parade. That was just a good story. I enjoyed it. It was very good. No negative. I'm so tired of negative. I don't know what to do. I don't even like to be around negative people. I like people that's happy, that's smiling. Life's too short not to be happy, and life's too short not to laugh. Floyd, you've said it 10 million times. Life is too short not to laugh.
Amen.
Yeah. Well, let me put it. You want to do a commercial, anything, Marvin? That we need to go.
Yeah. Go ahead and hit one right there for me.
Let's do that. Let's do old Calling Buddy C. Chambers right there. That's the man right there, y'all. That is the car man right there. If you need a car, if you want a car, you want a truck, you want to be treated fair and square, that's the man to see right there. Let me tell you what old Buddy C will do too. I guarantee you what Buddy C will do. Whatever he tells you, you can count on it. You can go all the way with it. You don't need no big long contract and all this kind of stuff. Whatever he tells you, that's the way it's going to be. But he'll get you what you want. Buddy C and Mick Buddy C been having a few little health issues, but they, thank God, they coming back. They've been under the weather, and but they coming back strong. They tough folks. They good folks. We are so proud to have them in our community. They hometown folks. You look for that face right there. You go over to Franklin Spring Creek Ford or call them and say, I want to talk to Buddy C. That's who I want to talk to, and they'll know who you talking about. Talk to nobody else. You talk to Buddy C. Buddy C knows what's going on. Y'all give him a call over there at Franklin Spring Creek Ford, Buddy C. Chambers, 229-254-3109. He'll treat you right.
Tell them a little bit about him right there, Queasel. Farm Bureau.
Farm Bureau. Let me tell you a little bit of something about insurance. Insurance is no better than the man that sold it to you. Well, Hugh Franklin is the kind of man that's going to stand behind what he says. Hugh Franklin, Farm Bureau is my insurance company, and Hugh Franklin is my agent. And let me tell you something. When I need something, I call him. He's there. He's going to do everything he can do to help me. Like I mentioned before, Farm Bureau and him stood by me when I needed him the most. when Hurricane Michael come through, tore up my little old place out here, tore it up. But they was there, and they helped me do what I had to do to get things going back. But he can insure anything you got. He can insure your cars. He can insure your house. He can insure your farm. He can bundle it all up. He got insurance on boats. He got insurance on campers. He got insurance to cover anything you want. And if you want to go see old Buddy C and buy that new vehicle, give old Hugh a call, man. They got the interest rates in that Farm Bureau credit, that Farm Bureau bank. They got interest rates that you can't hardly beat nowhere. Hugh is there. He's willing to help you. He's willing to talk to you. His door is always open. Give him a call. Go up there and see him, 758-2126. Or just drive up and open the door and go back there and sit down and talk to him. You know what? Let me tell you, the smartest thing you can do is shop your insurance. So shop your insurance, but when you get to Farm Bureau, you're going to stop because they're going to give you the best rates and the best coverage. And again, remember what I tell you, insurance ain't no better than the man that stands behind it, the man that sold it to you. And I can speak from experience. Hugh Franklin has stood behind me and my insurance, and I thank him.
Guys, real quickly, if you don't mind, don't forget tomorrow, all of you that are watching, tonight actually, 2 o'clock in the morning is Fall Back. But it is also National Benny Hinn Day, where you don't forget to fall back.
You didn't have to do that.
2 a.m. National Benny Hinn Day. Don't forget to fall back. Don't forget to fall back. Guys, do want to throw this out to you. This is a good friend. This is Florida landscape professional Leotis Rogers. Someone must have been last night or the night before stole Leotis's only mode of transportation, his bicycle. And someone I think has made available to him another one. But those of you that know Leotis know that he is a good guy. He don't mess with anybody. He works hard and he tries to do what's right. He goes to church. The Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports Show is offering a $100 cash reward leading to the arrest and conviction of whoever stole Leotis's bicycle.
Amen.
We're gonna
Amen.
put our money where our mouth is. If you give information that gets the offendant caught, $100 cash reward by Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We want to help Leotis get his bicycle back, and we don't like nobody picking on our friend Leotis Rogers. So y'all remember old Leotis right there.
That's the way it works. There's a man stood right there, ain't never messed with a soul. Never messed with a soul. And somebody gonna do him that way. It just ain't right.
Yeah, he called me. He called me and told me about his bicycle. And I tell you what, me and Nadine sitting in there, and I said, and I always put Leotis on the speakerphone whenever we talking. And she looked at me and she said, "What?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "You heard him right. Somebody had stole his bicycle." But I was telling and I'm telling all of y'all too the same thing out there. My neighbor over here, I was cooking some fish out here tonight that my good friend Harry Warren brought me yesterday, and I got Leotis to help me clean them this morning. And we was out there, and my friend come over, that my neighbor over here, Jordan, and he came over, and I was cooking the fish and everything, and I told him about Leotis's bicycle. I'll tell you what he done. I'm gonna tell you what he done. This is what Colquitt, Georgia is. This is what Colquitt, Georgia does. He pulled out a $20 bill in his pocket. He said, whatever use this, however how y'all want to use it to help Leotis get him another bicycle. I got it in a little drawer right here. I'm starting a little fund right here. Anybody wants to help Leotis get another bicycle? Somebody out there may want to buy Leotis a bicycle. I don't know. But we owe it. We owe it as Christian men, as people who love Jesus Christ and love God and believe in our brotherhood, good men. We owe it to get Leotis another bicycle.
I'll donate.
I'm willing to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Leotis,
I agree.
Bicycle. I'll go ahead and tell y'all that. And
I tell you what,
wants to contribute to it,
Yeah, put it on the. If you're willing to help us contribute to get him a brand new bicycle, just put it on here. I'll write it down. We'll contact you and we'll get the money from you and we'll make sure that he gets the bicycle.
Leotis is gonna have a
Our
new bicycle,
viewers.
and we're gonna find out who stole Leotis's bicycle. We're gonna find out who stole it, and whoever that worthless individual is. I know it was a person that's too stupid to ride a bicycle and too lazy to ride a bicycle to start with that stole it. You're gonna get caught. I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, you're gonna get caught. There's too many people that befriend Leotis, and too many people that Leotis befriend for you not to get caught. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, they coming in right here. Already got them lined up right here. Joe Watson giving $20. Marion Cobb donating. Melissa Tillery donating.
We're gonna get Leotis. Leotis speaking to having a new bicycle. Punk, if you listening out there, I know you probably ain't listening, but somebody will tell you, Leotis is gonna get him a new bicycle, and you better not steal this one, the new one from him.
That's right. So look at him. If y'all will give me permission, I got some more Queasel's ponderings tonight that I'd like to get y'all thinking on.
We want to think. Go ahead.
Right. So let me ask you this question. Now this is just go Queasel pondering because I like to think about things. I like to keep my mind busy so I can think about things. See, I'm getting older, and the way you gotta exercise your mind. So let me give you a little something to think about. Why do you think they put an expiration date on sour cream? I mean, it's already sour. So why would they do that? You got any idea?
I ain't got no idea, man.
I don't do sour cream, so I don't know.
All right. Well, let me ask let me ask you another here. So when two planes almost collide, they call it a near miss. Shouldn't they call it a near hit? I mean, I'm just asking.
What did you got in your cup that you drinking tonight? I just let you know.
I ain't got no. Let me ask you this other here. Just giving you something to think about. That's all I'm doing. Giving you something to think about. When you erase a word with an eraser, when you erase it, where does it go? Think about it. Think about where does it go. So here's your nothing. You can tell somebody that there's 400 billion stars in the sky, and they'll believe you. But you can tell somebody, or you can put a sign on a bench that says wet paint, and they got to touch it. Why is that? You ever thought about it? And here's my last one. And this is the most important. This is the best one. Or the most important one. If Superman can stop bullets with his chest, just you know how Superman used to just bow out his chest and stop bullets. If he can do that, how come he always ducked when somebody threw the gun at him? Think about it.
Can I make an observation? You made me think, and I think, Floyd, that your cousin Bookie has been by out there on was it Thompson, Georgia?
Thompson Town. Yeah.
Thompson Town, Georgia. And I think he left about a gallon of your aunt and uncle's wine out that way.
Wait a minute. Now. You don't ever think about stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Deep
but
stuff.
not that.
Hey,
can you answer any of them questions?
He couldn't.
Well, you ain't thought enough then. That's what I'm telling you. You got to have something to think about. I can't answer the first one of them.
We've had several asking right here. If you want to PayPal the money, you PayPal it to this address. We'll make sure it gets to him. Done got a gentleman on here donated $100 toward the bicycle already.
Good gracious alive.
Everywhere, man. I'm gonna tell you what. So we live in a great place. We live in a great world. Forget about all them idiots that you see on TV. Forget about all of them stupid politicians and all them people that's running in front of a camera. Let's focus on what's important. Let's focus on people whose lives we can touch, and whose life and who we are supposed to touch. So let's focus on that. And all this we have no control over.
If you send it PayPal, just send it friends and family. Make sure you put on the memo for Leotis. and or Dirt Road Sports, either one, just Leotis or Dirt Road Sports. We'll get it at this PayPal address right here. Make sure we get it to him. If you know us, our number, I got the number on the bottom of the screen. You can let me know. I can come pick it up from you. You can drop it off to us, and then we'll get y'all a picture of the bicycle once we get it, and get it to Leotis in the next little bit. So if you'd like to
Yes,
donate,
sir.
I'll put that back up on the screen a little bit later in the show, and I'll let everybody know. But all of you that have said you will donate, man, we appreciate it, and that's what neighbors are for. That's what neighbors are about. Queasel,
And
I was busy typing that thing out right there. Tell me the one about the sour cream one more time.
I just want to know why come they put an expiration date on sour cream.
Oh, now I get it. I get it now. Okay,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
got you.
it's
I was
already
I was.
sour, so why? I'm just giving you something to think
I
about.
got
That's
you.
all. But I
I
want
just.
to go to something. I think Floyd said this because I want to say this before I forget it. But I think Floyd said it. But y'all do understand that this is Leo. That bicycle was Leotis's only way of getting where he was going, other than his 2 feet. Leotis gets on that bicycle. Listen to me now. Every Sunday morning, and he rides it to church, rain or shine, cold or hot. Doesn't matter. Doesn't never complain. I've seen him come into church wet, but he's there and he rides that bicycle, and it just that just it makes me mad to even think about somebody would do him that way, because they know that's the only thing he's got. It's all he's got is that bicycle. Got him a little basket on the front of it. I don't know if you ever seen it. Now, he got him a little basket on the front about where he puts his goods, whatever he's got. Wherever you see him, if he ain't riding with somebody that he's helping with their landscaping business, what you see him on, Floyd?
See him on that
That
bicycle.
bicycle.
See him on that bicycle. That's where he's at. That's where he's at. That's his mode of transportation. And he'll call you up. He'll call me up. Got anything for me to do? Got anything? What about your pine straw? You got your pine straw yet? I said, I ain't got it yet, Leo's, but I'm fitting to get. He calls people up and tells and asks them if they got anything that he can do to work. And when he shows up, he gives you a full hour's work for a full hour's pay. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
he's unreal. He's as close friend as I've got. He calls me 2 or 3 times a day. We talk daily, and I just tell you, it just broke my heart when he talked about my bicycle. I said, man, I can't believe that. I can't believe we live in a town that people to do that, but we do. There's very few. There's very few around here that'll do that, but they'll do it. And that's why you always be cautious of your surroundings. Watch people that are around you. Watch how they're acting. Watch how they're responding to you and how they're reacting to you. Be very cautious of your surroundings. But Leo's probably the only. He probably not even lock his door at night. I think he had to get him in the water. But and he ain't. He ain't got it. It's just some punk.
That's right.
That's all. Just a punk.
Guys, I want to give a big shout out to MC Construction LLC. No need to call the rest, just call the best. Marion Cobb, specializing in all your construction needs. Over 30 years of experience. He's fully insured, licensed, bonded, homogenized, pasteurized, sanctified, and whatever else he might be. He can build whatever you need. He can build a deck. He can build a house. He can build a carport. He can build a hog pen. He can build a chicken pen. Got a special going on during the month of October and November. For a $10,000 deck, he'll throw in a set of steps for free of charge. Right here, if you just mention the Dirt Road Sports and Charlie Platt special, and that's our good friend MC Construction LLC. Why call the rest? Just call the best. That is Marion Cobb, 229-425-76, fully insured and licensed, 30 years experience, MC Construction. Floyd, tell them a little bit about Dr. Robert Lane.
That's my dentist. That's my dentist right there. He's not the tooth dentist. He's the teeth dentist. A tooth dentist is
That's
in
right.
Afghanistan. Our teeth dentist is in Congo, Georgia. That's the man, Robert Lane. Local boy, growed up locally. His mom and daddy's local folks. His grandmama and granddaddy on both sides of his family, local folks. He knows Congo, Georgia. He loves Congo, Georgia. He chooses to live here. He could live and practice his profession anywhere in the United States of America and get rich doing it. Chose Congo, Georgia. He loves it here. He loves the people in Concord, Georgia. He's a good guy and he's a great dentist. And he has a fantastic staff of people that work with him that will treat you like specialty. They will treat you special, and they'll get you in there and get you out. They won't keep you in that chair grinding on your tooth half the day. They'll get you out there and get you gone. But he's a good dentist, Dr. Robert Lane, Colquitt Dental Care. Robert Lane, Doctor of Medical Dentistry, Colquitt, Georgia, 758-3345.
Give you all that address one more time there if you'd like to send a PayPal donation for Leotis's bicycle replacement. RAYECLAYE at gmail.com. Ray E. Clay E at gmail.com. It'll come straight to us, and we will make sure that we give you a picture of that. Our good friend right here, Leotis Rogers. And if you can't send any money in, we understand, but I tell you what you can do. Pray for old Leotis. Just pray for him. He'll appreciate those prayers.
And
Floyd,
they're already
ahead,
coming in. They're already coming in. I saw where Melissa Tillery's already sent her PayPal to that address. So you got them all. Folks are just great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I got them coming in on the text. I got folks texting me wanting to send money. Fire chief over in Dawsonville said he coming to see me, bringing some money with him. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yep. Marion Cobb, right there, MC Construction, one of our sponsors, just said, and I'll buy him a basket to go on it.
There you go. Hey, that's great, man. I love where I live.
Floyd, tell us a little bit about this picture right here.
That's what I was taking them up out to Friday on the left right there. Mr. Harry Warren. He's down there from around Port St. Joe, Florida. He come in here yesterday, had a cooler full of mullet. And he said, "You want some mullet?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You at home?" I said, "Yeah." So he brought them on in there to me, him and his wife, and I cooked them. That's me getting them out of the cooker there, and then that's my presentation, if you will, on the right there. That's them served up like I like to eat them right there with that homemade coleslaw. Y'all see them French fried potatoes with that skin still on them there, them hush puppies.
That's right.
And them mullet sides there. That's good eating. The only thing it ain't on there that got on there was some crystal hot sauce that I poured over them mullet sides there. That's the only thing that y'all don't see on there. But I shared these over here on the left with I shared them with my neighbor, Jordan over here, Jordan Rowland. I shared them with him and his wife. And I hope he enjoyed them. We enjoyed cooking them. He come out there and helped me cook them, kind of talked a little bit, socialized while we was cooking. And anyway, that was the finished product right there on the right with that homemade cold. That's Miss Renee Faye Beavis recipe for coleslaw right there, which is the best in the world to me. And then French fries, that's my mom-in-law's touch on them French fries. I put me a little flour and a little cornmeal on them before I throw them in that grease and that peanut oil and fry them. So anyway, that's weird. Man, I tell you what, po folks can still eat good. You know what I'm talking about?
You got that right.
They're bringing you fish. You got neighbors coming visiting with you. Man, please, life is good over here on Flamingo Boulevard. Let me tell you.
Was there any mullet roe in there?
No roe. My man, Mr. Harry, he got the roe out. He told me, he said, "I got that red roe out of there." I said, "Okay, that's all right." But there's some white roe, but I ain't no roe man. I give it to no cats. That roe. I
got a mess of them. I got a mess of them mullet. I got a mess of them mullet from the Mullet Man too yesterday, and I done the same thing you did, Floyd. I come home work yesterday evening and cleaned them out there in that sub-zero weather that I was out there cleaning them fish. And it was cold, wind blowing, and sub-zero out there doing it for my wife. My wife, she loves a mullet. Oh my life, my wife loves
fresh. Have you ever had any fresher, Queezer? They never had none.
No, sir. They were just as fresh, and we fired that cooker up, cooked them things today for dinner. And man, what are you talking about? Got them had to eat dinner early because Georgia played ball at 12, so we ate about 11:30 this morning, and them things were fit and eat. But Marvin, they was one fish. Most of them had white roe. They was one fish had some red roe, but it was a little old bitty. They ain't mature yet, just a little old bitty, short pair of red roe, but they coming on.
I could eat a dozen set right now.
A dozen set. Yeah, we'll get you some. We could cooking. We could cook you some.
What about Bookie?
Get 2 foot away from the toilet for the next week.
Yeah, Bookie. Me and Bookie can hang with the mullet roe now. I can tell you that. Hey, Just had a donation come in online from Gainesville, Georgia, for $50 to
Come
Leotis'
on.
Oh,
bicycle.
man,
That's
yeah.
what we're talking about.
We're gonna get him a super bicycle. We're gonna get him a
That's
Maserati
right.
bicycle. Yeah, he gonna have a new bicycle. Y'all listen to me. And
Yeah.
guys,
We're going
I thank y'all so much. I mean, you don't have to do this, but I know the reason you're doing it because you want to do it, because you
Exactly.
live to do it, and that's wonderful. And that's wonderful. I live in a great place. I got some great friends. I'm telling
Man.
you, I wouldn't change places. I wouldn't change places with Jay-Z.
Mhm.
I wanna
Nor Snoop
I
Dogg.
want
Us do.
I want to go back to the mullet road now, Marvin. I know you got your formula. It was last year, I believe it was, or the year before last. Somebody gave you the secret to be able to eat mullet road where it won't tear up your stomach.
Yeah,
You remember that?
you only eat one set. You cut it and eat one. So you'd eat one out of a set and then put that other one and you go get another one out of another set and do that. So I'd have to have to eat 12 pair, I'd have to have 24 sets so I wouldn't, get my stomach
Well,
tore
wait,
all
hold,
up.
Mario, let me ask you a question. What kind of math? But where'd you go to school at? Where'd you go to school
Miller,
at? So
Miller County.
if you had 12 pair, you'd have to have 24, which is 12 pair is 24.
Yeah, I got
Like
you there.
12 sets.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm still upset about my headphones, so that's where my
Oh,
head is
what
at.
kind of headphones were those again? Huh?
Our next advertiser here is
What kind of
They
sure.
was
Floyd?
expensive.
Yeah, they were
They was
expensive
expensive.
headphones. Hey, let me throw this up one more time right here, guys. Any of y'all that would like to
Oh,
give, many of you have said you'll give tonight. Man, some of you done sent the money in on PayPal. Every dime will go to Leotis's bicycle account, and we're going to get him a nice one right there. And here is Leotis, our good friend. That's his only mode of transportation. And he had his only mode stolen this week. And again, if we can get somebody to be convicted, we're gonna give $100 reward to whoever that might be. And but we appreciate all of you that have committed to give, and we're gonna make Leotis, we're gonna make him have a good Thanksgiving.
I, can I say something?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
This
Charlie.
this is the time of year around here, around Dothan, and it's everywhere. And this might be a clue as to what happened to Leotis's back. You know, everybody likes to go to the national goober grab and throw money up a hog's rear end. And they will steal, they will beg, and if you go to any financial institution, they'll tell you they'll borrow up to $1,000 to take the kids to the fair.
Hmm.
It's set your priorities where they need to be. But I'm saying a lot of things like this go missing this last week and all through this week as that fair goes on. And there's a lot of nonprofits that raise money, and that's a good thing. But most of that money leaves town with them semis hauling that equipment and them games, and it's not that great for the economy around here. But a lot of stealing and things like that go on, especially this week before and during the National Peanut Festival, and they say it's in full swing.
Is it tonight? Was the opening night, wasn't it?
I think last night was the opening night. It'll
Last night.
run through next Sunday.
Okay.
So,
I got you. I got you. Floyd, guess what time it is? It is
oh
time
yeah,
for Floyd's short list books and definitions, and it's brought to us by our exclusive sponsor in perpetuity, Berry Hill Auctioneers, TC Berry Hill. Give a big shout out to him tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He is in Cozumel, Mexico, and so we say a big Mexican hello to TC Berry Hill, our sponsor. Floyd short list and books and definitions, brought to you by Berry Hill Auctioneers.
My buddy. Oh, TC. Have a big time down there, TC. You watch them down there, old buddy. You be particular down there now. You watch them folks. They're different than we are. Short list. Floyd short list. All right. We'll start out with this one right here. People that have a bulldog tied to a chain in their yard whose IQ is higher than that of the chain. That makes sense. Yeah, so
yeah.
Democrat run cities. Democrat run cities that people are not fleeing from. Names of the this is thought provoking. Names of the people who have been mandated to take the flu shot. Mm.
Mm.
Get
Yeah.
mandated that. Listen to this one. As a result of buying the insurance he is pimping on TV, the number of months that $144 has been added to Joe Namath's Social Security check.
Yeah. Touchdown.
Oh, man, I'm so dang tired of Joe Namath and JJ. Please go away. Please go away. Oh, my Lord.
Oh,
$144 added to your Social Security, man. Hey, I'm free. You set me free, brother.
uh,
People living on Martha's Vineyard that know or care what a gallon of gas or a gallon of milk costs.
that's short.
Mm. Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna hit this one real quick, and I'm gonna move on. South Alabama pupwooders. Let me repeat that. You listening, Lee? Oh, he gonna whoop me. South Alabama. This is a short list, Lee. This is a short list. South Alabama pupwooders that wear a toupee.
Right now, did you know that he had donated $20 to
Yeah,
Leo?
no, I know. This for Leo. This ain't for Floyd.
Okay.
This one right here. Here's a good one. I think is pretty good. Taliban Muslims that know how to use a toothbrush. Y'all ever seen any of them cats? You ever seen the teeth? Woo. Let's see. Let's move on here. Let's move along here. I'm gonna get. I got. They put. I got the Pentecostal coming in just a minute. Oh, here's a good one. This is one right here. Listen to this one, Queasel. Listen to this one. Football games that Kirby Smart has not had a spastic tantrum like a nerdy, spoiled child on the sideline.
You're getting close to home now, Floyd. You picking on folks from the Holy Land now. You better be careful. You better be careful.
I ain't never seen
Ooh.
such carrying on in my life. Have I ever seen such carrying? Steve Spurrier couldn't match him. Ain't no way. Steve Spurrier couldn't match him. Okay, let's move on. Pentecostal preachers. Let me repeat that. Pentecostal preachers that have a pierced tongue. If you imagine all that preachers can't.
hey, Floyd. And what if they had dentures with that pierced tongue too?
Yeah. Man, that'd be some chattering, wouldn't it? It could go see
Getting deep.
Bronny. Bronny could have the picture and he's like, you remember that, don't you?
Bronny here.
How was that? Floyd, how was that? You said Pencil Johnson teeth went. You can describe his teeth better than anybody else, obviously, when he get to preaching. Tell him how his teeth
back and forth, up and down, sideways. It didn't. His adhesive wasn't working. All right, here's the last one on. Here's the last one on. No, not this is next to the last one. On Pentecostal preachers. Pentecostal preachers that have a pet poodle. You notice, Cleveland. You notice I didn't say Baptist preachers. That's kind of like that short list of Pentecostal preachers that show up on Sunday morning to preach with a pair of blue jeans on.
Yeah.
And then folks backed off. I was a Baptist preacher. That ain't no short list there.
Be
Anyway,
careful.
that's the short list.
Hey, buddy.
Let's go to definition. Let's go to our definition. And you're gonna be hearing a lot out of these people in the near future. You're gonna be hearing they involved in the $450,000 deal. You're gonna be hearing a lot from our friends in the ACLU. Y'all ever heard of that? I know there's probably some of y'all out there probably hadn't heard. ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union. This is what they say about themselves. This is a definition of the ACLU. Founded in 1920 and is the nation's guardian of liberty. The ACLU works in the courts, legislatures, and communities to defend and preserve the individual rights and liberties guaranteed to all people in this country by the Constitution and law of the United States of America. That's what they say about themselves. Here's Floyd's definition of the American Civil Liberties Union: a communist anarchist organization. Let me repeat that. ACLU, according to my definition, is a communist anarchist organization that defends those that are out to destroy the foundations of law and order, morality, truth, and the Constitution. The only people that the ACLU is interested in defending are child molesters, terrorists, spies, illegal aliens, rioters, and sociopaths. That's my definition of the ACLU. If anybody got any objection to that, call me. Let me know. Let me know how great they are. Let me know how they're helping you with your life.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Hit you short.
they behind the $450,000 deal. That's them.
You need to hit your last short list there.
The last short list of all time that we wanted for all time, including his bladder and his bowels, things that Joe Biden has any control over.
There's a lot of truth in that. A lot of truth in
There's
that.
a lot of truth in that.
Hey, Charlie, before I turn
hey,
go ahead. Go
wait a
ahead,
minute, Marvin. Your cousin just sent me a text, and he said that he heard that they looking for a co-host for Joe Namath on the Medicare commercials. He won't know with any of y'all interested.
Mm-mm.
Evidently, he got
I
some
can't.
kind
I
of
can't lie
tie-in
that
in
good.
there.
I can't get up there and lie like that.
You gonna turn that down, Floyd?
I'm turning it down. I'm out. You got to stand for something more. I don't care how big the paycheck is.
Hey, probably some other things that my cousin wants us to ask on here, ain't they, Queasel?
Oh, he's got several things he wants us to ask, but most of them we better not ask.
Charlie, before I turn it over to you, one more shout out. Our good buddy Lee Otis Rogers had his bicycle stolen this week. If any of y'all would like to give, we're going to get him a new bicycle. And you can send money. Either let us know by putting a message on here and we'll get it, or you can just PayPal the money to that address right there, RAYECLAYE@gmail.com. And we appreciate all those that you have pledged and all of those of you that have given. Charlie?
Dear Lord, forgive him. He knows not what he does. That is from Tony Clay for Floyd tonight. Listen, you getting tired of Joe Willie and JJ. I'm getting tired of these folks calling the spam callers, and the ones that really upset me are the ones that text want me to go online.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I got today that was good, I thought was about the funniest I've seen. They want me to take my share of the lawsuit settlement from the Catholic Church. 7-figure settlement for the Catholic Church. And if I go online, I could claim my part of that. And it's amazing that some folks will actually click on that and all their information is stolen because of it. Be vigilant in what you do and the people you deal with. We here every Saturday night just to have a good time. We thank you for being a part of it. We encourage you to pray for this nation because if it ever needed it, it needs it now. As do some of our friends who are sick and going through hard times. But keep the positive attitude. We still live in one of the best places in the world to live, Southeast Alabama, Southwest Georgia, and the Florida Panhandle. You can't compare it to New Jersey or New York or some of these other places. And we're just going to live our slow-paced life as long as the good Lord will let us do it. Don't forget to fall back. And what day is it today there, Marvin? Fall
Yes,
back
sir.
day, huh?
Benny Hinn Day.
Okay, it's Benny Hinn Day as well. So don't forget, do like Marvin's going to do. He's got to preach in the morning. He's going to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning and turn every clock in the house back 1 hour and then go to bed and think he's going to get an extra hour of sleep. But anyway, y'all be good. We appreciate you. We love you. And with that, I'll hand it off to the man who knows not what he does, according to Tony. Go ahead.
Glad to have y'all with us. Glad to have y'all. We love y'all. We love each and every one of y'all. Y'all are our friends. Some of y'all, I have no idea what you look like, but I know what your spirit's like. I know your soul, and we appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all being with us on Saturday. We just have a good time. We just ain't nothing else on TV. I mean, if y'all tuned in to us, it's pretty obvious there ain't nothing else on TV. So we appreciate y'all being with us. I love this place where I live. I love the people that I live around, and I love this community. And I'm just too blessed. I'm just too blessed. But y'all be the same way. Find somebody to love. Find a good cause to give you money to. We'll see y'all next Saturday night. William.
So, Charlie, I have one more pondering, and I was saving it to the end to ask you specifically. So, what I want to know is this: being as we got to set the time back and all tonight, does that mean that Georgia is now officially going on Alabama time?
No.
Oh, I'm trying to figure it out.
No.
I mean, you are an hour behind us, so if we move it back an hour, it would be on Alabama time, right?
But we gonna move back an hour too.
Oh, y'all moving back an hour too. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
So
just was checking. That's all.
in theory, they gonna be on Arizona time.
That's right.
There you go. Now
That's
that
right.
makes sense.
They're gonna be on Colorado time.
And then Arizona and
Colorado
Colorado, yeah, Arizona and Colorado be on Pacific time.
Yeah, there you
time. Whatever.
Well, I just,
Get up when you feel like it.
What about
I would
England?
just,
I don't know.
I don't even
I
know.
don't know. I ain't been there
I
in a
just was
long time.
wondering because I thought I'd ask you. So here's the deal. You know, the other night, I believe it was Tuesday night, I was watching, and I'm gonna piggyback on what you and Floyd both have said. I was watching elections, and you know, they was all kind of state elections and big local elections, and in big cities and all that kind of stuff. And I got to thinking about just how thankful that I am of where I live. All these other problems, all the negativity that that's out in the world, all the problems these big cities have. We live in a town, we live in a county, we live in an area, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, this part of the area, our people right down here that cares enough about a man whose bicycle got stole that we raise enough money tonight to buy a bicycle. Now you talking about a blessing. That's a blessing.
It
We
is.
we we ain't worried about. I don't care who the president is. I don't care who the senators are. I could care less about any of that. I don't care about how they district this and how they district that. Let me tell you something. As long as Jesus is sitting on the throne, I'm good. I'm good because I chose to be on his team, and he loved me enough and was gracious enough and merciful enough to accept me to be on his team. So I ain't worried about the rest of them. They can do what they want to do. Uh, I, I've made up my mind that I can sit here and pout about it and gripe about it and grunt and carry on about it, or I can walk around laughing and happy with a smile on my face and hope somebody can ask me, how can you be happy in times such as these? And I can be happy because I know a man named Jesus. And that's what sums this whole thing up. You look at the list that come in tonight about the bicycle. You look at those people know the same man that we know. If it didn't, you wouldn't see no money coming. They care about somebody that the best they got is a bicycle. So we're gonna get him another bicycle. That has touched me tonight more than I could ever
Amen.
make y'all know. And let me tell you something. Starting tonight, or you can start in the morning. You can make whatever out of life you want to make it. You can go around looking like you just bit into a lemon and your lips all pooched out and mad and ill at everybody, or you can walk around and smile and be thankful that God has lets us live in a place like we are. We love y'all. We thank you for letting us come into your house and share some time with us. Appreciate it. And hey, man, it's an honor more than we can tell y'all. No way we can get you to understand how honored we are that you think enough of us to spend a little bit of time on a Saturday night with us. Marvin, take us to the house.
I'm going to use this every Saturday night in November. Here's going to be what my challenge is going to be for you during the whole month. What are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? Man, we got so many blessings. The songwriter Fanny Crosby was blind, wrote over 6,000 gospel songs. One of the greatest songs she wrote was Count Your Many Blessings, Name Them One by One. We're celebrating Thanksgiving this month, and Thanksgiving ought to be every day. So I ask you this question tonight as we close this program. What in your life are you thankful for? I want you to reflect on it, and I want you to celebrate it, and I want you to thank God for all of the many blessings in your life as we go through this November. I want to remind you tomorrow's Sunday. Give the Lord his due. Find a church to go to. Tune one in online or turn one on television. Here's the scripture for the day. I will listen to what God the Lord says. He promises peace to his people, his faithful servants, but let them not turn to folly. He's a good God, and he is worthy to be praised. Guys, we thank y'all. We love you. We appreciate you every Saturday for inviting us into your home. We love all of you. Appreciate all of you that gave to Leotis's bicycle. If you want to give, you can either contact us, just send us a message on Facebook, contact me. We'll make sure that we get it and we get the bicycle to him, and we're going to get a picture on here when we do that and let you know. Y'all are a good bunch of folks, and we love all of you. I hope all of you have a great evening, and we'll be back next Saturday night, same place and same time, right here, Facebook and YouTube. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We love y'all. Good night.
Good night.
See y'all.